let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. I'm telling you all that time that you wasting, like the time that you wasting, like the time that you wasting on my time.
You're always rushing me. Relax, chill, alright?
Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, girl, bring your downstairs.
Why you tripping? I think I left something in the house.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. With your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get the chance chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Yeah, good for 22 and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Right back to him on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are once again back in front. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score. Chiefs 10, Jaguars 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game.
And it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Yeah, he did a nice job to spin out of that first wave, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Hardman on the return.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. DJ Chark, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Devon Hamilton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another tote for Etienne. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Jaguars 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's good for a Jaguars.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From midfield now, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 50 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes being chased out left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence is going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Lawrence will throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
171 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
that's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars' first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Again, it's Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Ready? Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold. Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Touchdown! Travis Etienne, 27 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin Lloyd gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes going up top. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting...
And, my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 91 yards. And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.